Hello everyone, and welcome to my kitchen. I hope everyone's having a wonderful Saturday. Mine is going great. They say in life, when it throws you lemons, make lemonade. I say make lemon cookies. Yay. Not just any lemon cookie. We're gonna make some vegan lemon cookies, right? So for this recipe, I've already showed you in the intro what the ingredients are, and I have pre-measured the sugar, the oil. I've freshly squeezed organic lemon juice because everything here is going to be organic based. Of course, you know I said vegan, so these are going to be for me. And I've already sifted the flour, and I've added my baking powder. All right. So to start off, you need 1 cup of organic sugar, and I'm actually using freshly pure cane sugar, which is sugar that is the juices that's squeezed from fresh cane, if you know what cane is. So I'm using pure cane sugar, all right? So that's 1 cup of pure cane sugar. I'm gonna add this to my mixer. Then you're gonna have to add 1 cup of neutral oil, all right? Neutral oil. Neutral oils would be like your vegetable oil, canola oil, your sunflower oil, grapeseed oil, neutral oils, right? The next thing I'm gonna add is 1/4 cup of lemon juice. And this is freshly squeezed organic lemons. And then I'm going to add my extracts, which is gonna be 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1 teaspoon of organic lemon extract. Both of these are Watkins extracts or flavors, whichever you call it. Now, if you don't have organic and you want to use the pure, that's fine. But remember, I'm preparing vegan. So when I do the vegan, everything is organic. All right, so now I'm going to turn the blender on, and I'm going to allow this to mix for roughly about 2 minutes. And then I'm going to fold in my dry ingredients. The dry ingredients is 1 2/3 cup of white lily all-purpose flour and 1 teaspoon of, and I'm using the Rumford baking powder, okay? This does not have any of the metals like the Clabber Girl, right? That's why I use the Rumford, right? And so it's 1 teaspoon of baking powder. And I've already sifted this together, and I'm ready to add it to the liquid ingredients. Before I start my blender, I'm gonna add a tablespoon of lemon zest from the organic lemon that I squeezed the juice from. Now, if this is optional, if you do not want to use the zest, you do not have to. But in my recipe, I'm gonna use 1 tablespoon of organic lemon zest. So now I'm gonna put it on stir. I'm just gonna allow everything to become, as we say, incorporated together. Just get mixed well, just stirring it up. And then I'm gonna increase my speed to 2. And I need to blend this together for like 2 minutes. So I'm gonna place you on a brief pause while this blends. Okay, everyone, our time is up. It blends together very well. I can tell. I can see the lemon juice. I can see the oil consistency because lemon juice is going to be acidic. And then you have your oil, which is the neutral oil. And then we have the sugar, which we're using pure cane sugar. And of course the lemon zest, and then of course you have your extract. So I can see the color from the flavor and the sugar because the pure cane sugar has like a tan color to it. So now I want to add my solids, which is gonna, or my dry ingredients, I should say, which is gonna be the flour and the baking powder. Now you notice that there's no eggs, in this mixture, in this bake. There's no milk in this bake. There's no butter in this bake. I said at the beginning, I am baking vegan lemon cookies. That means no eggs, no butter, and no milk, right? And all of the products that I'm using are organic, right? So now, I have 1 2/3 cup of flour and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now, if you would like to add salt to yours, you may do so. You can add 1/2 teaspoon of salt if you are someone who feels that you can't bake without salt. I do not, but you may. So I'm going to add the flour. And I'm just going to stir it. I had to retrieve my faithful spatula. So that's mixed in. Then I'm going to add the remaining flour. I'm just going to take my scoop spatula here and just push it into the mixing bowl. Alright. So now I have the flour added. I'm going to mix this as well. And I just put it on stir and allow it to stir, making sure everything is well incorporated. Because you don't want flour all over you on your counter. That's more to clean up. And once it seems like the majority of the flour is incorporated, I'll ramp up my speed. Now what I'm going for here is a very smooth and creamy dough. I'm not going for anything that's lumpy or that has clumps, because remember, there's no butter, there's no milk, and there are no eggs in this mixture. So what I should have as my final batter here, or dough, should be just very creamy and smooth. Creamy and smooth. It looks kind of like a smoothie. It really does, as you can see. Kind of like ice cream. So I'm going to take my spatula and I'm going to just scrape down the side. Now with this one, you really have to scrape down the sides of the bowl and also scrape down the bottom. And this is just making sure that everything is getting mixed well. All right. It almost looks like it's kind of sticky. Now this is going to be like a soft batch bake. These are not going to be your hard or your crunchy cookies. These are going to be like a soft batch. All right. So now that I have everything incorporated in here, I'm going to turn it on and blend it again. Just making sure everything is well mixed. So we're just blending it until we get like a smooth dough. I think that's mixed very well. It looks very smooth, very creamy. All right, so I'm going to release it from here. As you can see, it just all falls back in very easily. Don't you love it when that happens? It helps the cleanup go much smoother. All right. So now we're ready to roll these out and place them in the oven. All right. So now for that part, I have preheated the oven. The oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. All right. I have also prepared my baking sheet, and as usual, you can do water on the bottom if you like, just on the corners, just a tap of water, or you can spray a little bit of your baking spray, and then you just want the wax paper to like adhere to your baking sheet so that it doesn't move when you place your cookies on it. And also, if you would like, you can also spray your paper on the top for when you place your cookies down. That's optional. That's just something that I do. All right, so now that I have the dough ready, I'm just gonna spoon it out. I'm not making any balls. I'm just gonna spoon it out onto the baking pan that has the wax paper position. And lemon cookies are a favorite of mine. I like peanut butter, and my all-time favorite is oatmeal raisin. But today I feel like doing some lemon cookies. And you can scoop them out with an ice cream scoop. You can scoop them out with a tablespoon. I'm using a soup spoon. You can also scoop them out with a measuring spoon, whatever size, a teaspoon, whatever size you would like for them to be. That's a personal preference. If you want them to be small, if you want them to be larger, medium size, that's a personal preference. And these, as you can see, they're coming out fairly easy. I can make these as big as I would like because I'm probably going to be the only person who eats these because they are vegan. We almost have them all positioned. And those energy bars that I prepared, they were a hit. I have had several requests for those. Even like for people whose kids are getting out for the summer, I suggest that they make those recipes on Sunday, like for the week. They make very good snacks or treats like throughout the week, and even breakfast. If you don't feel like getting up and preparing a big breakfast, you can always use those. You can just store them in an airtight container in your refrigerator and just pull them out. And also those Rotel cream cheese sausage balls, they do also. They make really good treats or quick breakfasts on days that you really don't feel like getting up and having to prepare a lot. I usually make the energy balls on Sunday. I haven't made any this weekend, but I will. I usually make them and like store them for the week. They're really, really good snacks. Really good snacks, and they're healthy. All right. So I have these all prepared on my cookie sheet. And now I'm going to place them in the oven. These will cook at 350 degrees Fahrenheit between 15 and 18 minutes. Again, that depends on your oven. That's the range. My oven usually takes about 15 minutes. So FYI, if you bake these, make sure you, after 10 minutes, you observe your cookies, and then after 15 minutes, you want them to be a soft batch. So the bottom is going to be like a golden brown. The top will still be light and lemony, and then you'll know your cookies are ready. Right? So I will place you on a brief pause while they cook, and I'll clean up everything, and I'll pick you back up when it's time to remove the cookies from the oven. Okay, everyone. Our 15-minute bake is up, so it's time to remove the cookies from the oven. And as you can see, they are beautiful, like golden brown, right? And it's okay that they kind of combine, and they are gonna be like soft and gooey. So I'm going to go ahead and let these cool, and I'll turn my oven off. And while these are cooling, I will prepare a glaze that I'm going to put over them. This is gonna be 1 cup of confectionate sugar and 2 tablespoons of freshly squeezed lemon juice. The lemon that I zested, I squeezed the juice from it, and I'm going to use it to make the glaze, so that way I don't have to throw that lemon away. All right. Okay, so you just put it in your bowl, and you mix it up really good. And if it seems like it's really loose, you add a little more lemon juice. A little more of your confectionate sugar. And if it's a little too thick for you, then you add just a little bit more of the lemon juice. All right. So you just stir it around until it becomes well incorporated, and all of the sugar is mixed with the juice. Now, if you do not have confectionate sugar, you can take a cup of your white granulated sugar, and you can put it in your food processor or in your blender, and you can blend it for roughly about 2 to 3 minutes until it becomes like a very fine powder, and then you have confectionate sugar. All right, tip of the day. So I have it to the consistency that I would like, because I want it to stay on the cookies. I don't want it to run off of them, and that's the consistency that I'm going to use. All right, so again, if this is a little too thick for you, you can always add about a teaspoon of lemon juice to it until you get it as thin as you would like. And if you have it a little too thin, you can add a half a teaspoon of confectionate sugar at a time until you get it where you would like it. All right, so that's ready. The cookies are cooling. And again, if you don't have confectionate sugar, no need to pause the bake, drop the idea, or try to run to the store. Just go to your bag, pull out a cup of your white granulated sugar, and even if you're using organic sugar, you can take a cup of that, place it in your food processor or your blender, and you blend it about 2 to 3 minutes, and now you have your own confectionate sugar. No need to ever purchase it again. All right, so I'm going to put you on a pause while these cool, and then I will pick you back up when it's time to glaze them. Okay, everyone, I'm going to just drizzle the icing over the cookies. There's no special way. I was just trying to keep from having to throw that lemon away after I had zested it. So I just figured I'd make like a quick glaze just to go over them. All right. Like I said, nothing special. They are still a little bit warm, and I was just putting the glaze on them while they're warm. They're not too hot. All right. I like the way these turned out. And we'll just pull one off here. They kind of cook together. But no problem. We can always cut them. You just put the knife there and they just come right up. Just hold it in place. All right. So this is what it looks like. And these are vegan, and they're thin, like I like them. And then if you look at the inside, they are like the ooey gooey, as you can see. And I'm gonna taste it. They're really good. They kind of remind you of like those ooey gooey, like butter cookies and stuff that you see. But they're golden brown on the bottom, and they're very thin and ooey and gooey on the inside. So I'm going to allow these to continue to cool, and then I will transfer them to a storage container, and I'll store them in an airtight container. So thank you for coming along for this bake. If you're vegan, you can try this recipe and post a comment and let me know how it turns out for you. If you are a subscriber, thanks for subscribing. I greatly appreciate you all. If you are just stopping by to visit, thanks for stopping by. Please go back out, click the thumbs up for the like, and also subscribe to my channel. So whenever I'm posting something new, you'll be the first person to see it. Again, thank you guys for coming along for the bake. Please like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment. And I will see you guys on the next one. Have a great end to your week. Weekend, I should say.